What's up everybody, it's Pop-Tart back again with another video, and today I'm reacting to something I've been waiting forever for. I've been hyped since I even read the manga to see this in actual anime form, and that is episode 1 of Orange. I was thoroughly impressed by it, and even though I already read the story, I still felt some sort of tension, and I still was just taken in again by the story. But let's get into it. Let's get into some analysis of it. The story begins with Naho, a girl who overslept. She's going to school, it's her second year, and she receives a letter. An ominous letter that is sent to her by herself from 10 years in the future. And at first, who would believe that, right? These letters accurately predict everything that will happen in their day. The letter talks about her oversleeping, which happened. Then the letter talks about a new student named Kakeru transferring into the class. It happens. So Kakeru is introduced into the class, and he got his swag on. He balling. He looking good. Some of those little hoes in there thinking, I want some of that. Kakeru is a transfer student from Tokyo. A group of friends made up of Naho, her friend Azusa, Takakochino, and Saku and Suwa come together and invite him to hang out with them after class. Even though Naho's letter warned them not to do this. That's important. This is going to be setting up the entire plot. Just keep that in mind. But anyway, Kakeru is reluctant at first to agree to go and hang out with them, but then he gives in. And he has a great time. You see a genuine bond form between this group of friends. But the next day, Kakeru doesn't show up for another 2 weeks. And finally one day they see him again 2 weeks later at the sports festival. You see Kakeru not playing and blaming his absence on ditching. Now Naho is a former softball player, and she's called up by her class to be a pinch hitter. And this is a dire situation. They had 2 outs, bases loaded, down by 2. So this is a tense situation, and she's very reluctant. But she's reluctant. She's afraid she'll disappoint her classmates. But the letter tells her to pinch hit. She tells her that she's going to regret it, and so she does. She steps up, sends that boy out of here, home run. She's the hero. And so you already see a bit of development in Naho. She gains the courage to face up to his expectations, not shy away from the challenge. Then you see a bit of romance between Naho and Kakeru. As the letter also states, she would fall in love with him that day. They share a cute scene where Kakeru helps bandage up Naho's hurt foot. It's just a cute little romantic scene. Naho tells him that she's looking at him, which is pretty much meaning, I'm interested in you, And it leaves off on a good note. But then the end of the episode, it's a complete 180. You're sent 10 years into the future. 10 years later, it skips you, and Naho and Suwa are together. And they seem to be married and have a kid. And they're reminiscing about Kakeru. And by the looks of it, they're happily together, have a child. This contrasts the clear budding relationship that is being developed between Kakeru and Naho. And the big cliffhanger, Kakeru is not alive 10 years from now in their future. And this is the whole point behind sending the letters back into the past. They're trying to help themselves 10 years in the past avoid the mistakes that they made in order to save their friend. The animation blew me away. Like Little Boy blew me away. I promise you. I couldn't get over how amazing this anime looked. First impression was amazing. They had some acoustic background music in there, and it just, everything tied together to make this a great first episode and leave you with a great feeling going further into the series. I hope that they can deliver on this. The first episode is probably going to be the hardest one to execute just because you have so many different things to illustrate and to bring about. So the fact that they did that and they did it very well makes me very optimistic about the future of this series. But all in all, guys, just tell me what you thought. I loved it. Can't wait for the second episode. I got a Food Wars Season 1 review coming soon, as well as an episode-by-episode Food Wars reviews coming out as well. Also, just some funny skits or whatever. As always, guys, thank you for watching. Subscribe, like it, stay strong, love yourselves. I'm out.